guys, it's Zorn1220 here with what will hopefully be a quick rundown of the patch notes for Dark Brotherhood. If you are extremely lazy like I typically am, this is the video for you because I will be going over this pretty fast and it will save you from having to read through all the boring patch notes that somebody actually took the time to write out. So first things first, Dark Brotherhood is being released on May 31st. So that is how many days away now? 5? I did that math right. Yep, okay. 5 days. That's awesome. It's only been, what, 2 months since the release of Thieves Guild, so I'm kind of surprised it's been this soon. I thought it was going to be released more towards the end of July. But yeah, it's exciting. I've been waiting for Dark Brotherhood for a long time. But let's just hop right into this. So, first things first. Of course, with the Dark Brotherhood game patch comes Dark Brotherhood, which means quests and new areas such as the Gold Coast, which is on the west coast of Cyrodiil, which is what, Daggerfall? Daggerfall gets all the cool areas. That, Raglor and all that, I don't get it. But anyway, it does state that it's not a PvP area, so don't be expecting that. It's going to be pretty much like Hughes Bane, I'm assuming. And then, yeah, so it includes an assassination-based storyline and quest centering on Dark Brotherhood. So then with that comes Marked for Death, which brings a few different type of repeatable quests. You have contract quests, which is just going and killing people for contracts. Hopefully this will be worthwhile. Maybe they'll give you like a set piece or something by doing this, or a good amount of XP. I'm not sure. So yeah, you can do as many of those as you like, but only have one active at a time. That seems alright. I don't know. We'll find out. And then there's a Sacrament quests, which once again seems just like a contract, but you can only do one per day. So I'm assuming they have to do a set piece for that one. Like if it's just once per day, it seems kind of like the world bosses for Asinium. I'm not sure. It says it's the most important missions for the Dark Brotherhood, so what that means, I don't know. They don't really seem to give a whole lot of information here about it. And of course, just like Thieves Guild with Hughes Bane, there are new world bosses and delves. So you have Tribune's Folly, and it sounds like there's a Minotaur there to kill, which sounds pretty cool. I'm kind of excited to see that. And then there's Kvatch Arena, and I'm assuming instead of like a world boss, this is actually more of like Maelstrom Arena or Dragonstar, and you're fighting other people, or fighting to be like the ultimate winner or whatever, and hopefully a good loot that kind of mentions that later. Not much about it though. And then there's the 2 new delves, and just like every other delve, has got some main boss in it, and I'm assuming since there is new crafting styles available, you will be getting the assassin's crafting style from killing the delve bosses, just like most of the Thieves Guild pieces from the Thieves Guild. And so yeah, then there's repeatable bounties. It doesn't seem like that's gonna be all that interesting, but whatever. Then there's a new passive skill line for the Dark Brotherhood, which is pretty cool. The first one is just, it seems awesome. It's the Blade of Woe, which allows you to perform merciless executions as outlined previously. I don't know where it said that beforehand, but basically going up behind people, slitting their throats, all that sort of stuff. You have to sneak up behind the person to use it, and it does not work on players, other players, and bosses naturally. But yeah, it'll instantly kill NPCs. Sounds pretty neat. Hopefully it'll be good animations, fun to watch. Then you have Scales of Pitiless Justice. Basically reduces bounties from people seeking to kill people. So if you have that plus the Thieves Guild, then your bounties are gonna be a lot less now. You have to, and then you can use the Thieves Guild's passes to get rid of bounties that you might acquire from doing Dark Brotherhood stuff. So you know, works. Less bounties to pay. Sounds good to me. Then you have Adamaic Sprint. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. Maybe not. When you slay innocent victims, you get a quick boost to your speed. Like, okay, is kind of cool, I guess, maybe. But then the guards probably just reach you anyway. Um, then you have Shadowy Supplier, and you can get special boons. I guess it's kind of like the Nightingales from Skyrim. It gets you some special bonuses from going to this person in the Dark Brotherhood. You have Shadow Rider, which basically makes your mount it reduces your aggression radius, so you can just kind of stay out of the sight of people as you're of characters as you're riding through the world. That's gonna be helpful keeping us from being attacked by stuff and get knocked off our horse. That pisses me off when that happens. Anyway, and then you have Spectral Assassin. It says, even in broad daylight, in the midst of a crowd, Sithis cloaks you in his void embrace and may prevent you from being witnessed when using Blade of Woe. I guess that just improves your sneaking. That doesn't really explain a whole lot. I would actually have to see that in game to really know what it's saying. Then you have changes to Imperial City, and as somebody that loves going Imperial City with his guild, this seems like a decent update. For the first part, there is districts that can now be captured, kind of like resources. There's been flags in the districts that you can capture by killing the Alliance guards and standing around it, just like in regular PvP. And you get a 33% Telvar Stone bonus just by being in those districts, which is helpful because I feel like Telvar Stones, like, it's so hard. I feel like they're kind of slow progress in earning them. And then you can also actually respawn in that district if you die. That's pretty helpful too, because you don't have to have your group like backtrack to try to get you or whatever. Make sure you're safe. And then if your alliance doesn't control any districts and you die in the districts, you respawn in the sewers. Plain and simple. Makes sense. And then you now lose 50% of your Telvar stones for both PvE and PvP death, whereas it was 10% for PvE and 80% for PvP. Once again, I would suggest just traveling in groups in the Imperial City. It'll save you from ever having to respawn. They can just have your people revive you and your Telvar stones. It's that easy. And then the monsters, apparently, I guess they move slower, so solo players can move around easier. I don't know. It says bosses remain targeted at 2-player characters, so maybe if you're by yourself, they don't target you as much. And then controlling horrors and the Zivkan Elite. It says they're best handled by 4 or more. I would bring more for the Zivkan Elite. The banners, they're hard. Then apparently the attack's less likely to kill you with it. Also, one questionable update is a white gold tower in Imperial City Prison. It says they have adjusted the difficulty in both the normal and veteran. I know these were really hard and I have yet to complete them because of the difficulty, but at the same time, if you reduce the challenges that are available in the game, people are going to get bored by being able to beat whatever they attempt. Maybe it's not that big of a nerf to the difficulty. Hopefully not. I hope it doesn't take away the challenge of the game itself. And then there's rune boxes. I'm not really sure. It doesn't really say a whole lot. You can just purchase them from Telvar General Merchants. It sounds like they just, you open them up and they drop some sort of collectibles. And yeah, it just, I don't know. Okay, whatever. There's more important things to spend Telvar stones on than rune boxes, in my opinion. Maybe, I don't know. I'll find out. But yeah, one thing as a crafter that I'm really excited about, of course, is the new motifs. You have the Thieves Guild, Abba's Watch, and Assassin's League crafting styles, and I kind of like the updates, the update to this in general, just because with the Thieves Guild motif, you get them from getting unidentified equipment boxes from doing heists. I guess if you do the bonuses for doing the heists. So I guess maybe they weren't getting enough people doing the heist. It wasn't like a big priority. Wasn't a focus. So they're like, hey, let's throw an award for doing that. That seems pretty cool. I don't know what it looks like, but I'm excited to find out. Then you have the Abba's Watch, which once again you can find by doing large laundered shipments, opening those up, which is done from repeatable quests in the Thieves Guild hideout. Once again, I think they just like, oh, nobody cares about these repeated quests because they're so easy and dumb and whatever. Like, they're just seemed like kind of a waste of time. So, okay, let's make an award for it. So once again, new crafting style. Hope it's cool. So it actually makes it worthwhile. I don't know. If not, I'll be farming those motifs anyway. In Assassin's League style, says yeah, it can be found by defeating bosses in the Gold Coast area. So yeah, I guess the delve bosses, just like the Thieves Guild, kill those and get the motifs. If you're trying to do that, trying to farm out the motifs by killing them, group up with the people around you so people get a guaranteed drop. Otherwise, some people might be left out because they're not doing enough DPS, and it's just frustrating. You spend so much time and don't get a single drop. Um, so yeah, help people out around you. And then the tainted blood is what you use to craft that, which is it can be refined from dried blood by using the blade of woe. So basically, you kill somebody in an awesome way, you take their blood and turn it into a crafting style that is beautiful. And apparently, you get more. Um, you can harvest more blood depending on your dark brother level and how many styles you've learned for, or how many motifs you've gotten for the style. And then you have a Dark Brotherhood loyalty reward called Personality, which changes the way you move, stand, and even emote. I'm kind of excited to see what that means. Like, that seems like it's kind of cool. You can be a little bit more sneaky, maybe a little bit kind of intimidating looking, I hope. I don't know. We'll see. That's kind of a neat little interesting update. And of course, with most updates like Orsinium and Thieves Guild, you have new item sets. There's some that three that you can get from participating in content from the Gold Coast, three crafted sets that you can do from crafting stations to go Gold Coast. I'm assuming that you're gonna have to have a lot of traits research for these, probably close to anywhere between 6 to 9 traits, uh, as with Thieves Guild and Orsinium, which is okay for me because I have those. Anyway, but that's not important. Uh, then for PvP, you have 4 new sets. Once again, no news of what all these do. Hopefully, when they're released, I can get my hands on them and try them out and maybe make a video on that as well. We'll see. And then new mementos. I think it says there's 2 new ones. Um, maybe more. But yeah, just little fun little trinkets. Then there's titles, new titles: the Silencer, Bane of the Gold Coast, and Ophidian Overlord. Um, all of them sound pretty cool. Uh, and yeah, they should be pretty easy to achieve, except for maybe the Sanctum Ophidia trial. That one would be hard. Okay, so actually down to the base game patch. Um, First things first, they're finally doing it. They are finally removing veteran ranks. I don't understand why people have been looking forward to this. A lot of people dislike the veteran ranks. I don't know why, but after at least a year and a half talking about it, they're actually doing it. So now once you reach level 50, you will be your level will be based off of champion points. So if you already have a vet and you have champion points, once you hit level 50 with a new character, they will have all those champion points and they'll be just as good as the character that you've been working on for a long time. So now I wish I kind of used that cake bonus that they had at the 2-year anniversary to get one up to V16, and then everything would be basically V16 equivalent once this patch hits. Um, that'd be cool. But I didn't do that, so I'll suck it up. Um, so yeah, the attribute and skill points that you have received from doing veteran ranks already will be staying. But now the new players will be earning stuff in a different way. You get 2 points now for every level that ends in 5. You get 3 skill points for every level that ends in a 10. And then you will get 1 point for each other level, as usual. So it's basically just adds a few more skill points. And then um, if you have hit level 50 and don't have those skill points, you'll receive 10 champion points as soon as you hit level 50. Oh wait, sorry, I read that wrong. You'll receive 10 champion points as soon as you hit level 50 if you don't have any champion points at all already. So, okay, free champion points for anybody that doesn't have them. And then also, you get a one-time bonus of 2.5 champion points per veteran rank gain on your highest level character when you first log in when Dark Brotherhood is released. So you can do the math, figure that out for yourself, how many you're going to get when you log in. It seems decent. Might get a decent amount of points in there. And every veteran rank is equivalent to 10 champion points. Yeah. Also, the monsters will now display champion points instead of veteran ranks. And so it says that monster used to be VR 12 will now be champion point 120. What is it? Noise. And then experience gain rules, they function like they did for veteran ranks, except this for mobs 40 champion points below your level, you grant 75% of the normal XP, and then 50 points or below will give you 30% of the normal XP. Also, abilities no longer increase their cost by 1% per veteran rank. They will increase at the normal rate for every 10 champion points. So it says most abilities would cost about the same. The cost reduction abilities would probably be helpful. But then apparently they made sprint, and dodge, block, and the CC break more expensive. I don't know if I like that, especially for people doing magic build and don't have much stamina anyways. Who knows? And then the silver and gold zones have been re-leveled, obviously, like they have to be. And then the champion cap will be still at 501 for this update, which is weird if you think on their main update where they're getting rid of veteran ranks that they would increase the champion point cap, but whatever. What else? Just everything's been updated to show the removal of veteran ranks, like your items and your friends, all that sort of stuff. The XP bar has been modified, and loot history will now show the enlightenment bonus. Now there's also poison making. I don't really think this is all that great. It's going to make being werewolf form kind of more annoying, but basically, instead of equipping an enchantment, you equip a poison. If you equip a poison on an enchanted weapon, the enchantment is suppressed while the poison is active. And then you can make the poisons at alchemy stations using oils instead of water. What else? Yeah, that basically covers poison making. And then my favorite part of this update, I think, is going to be the grouping tool improvements. Partially because you can now do a ready check, so you know instead of typing R or jumping or whatever, you can just do the ready check, let people know, hey, like I am definitely ready to continue this dungeon or whatever group event you're doing. You can also kick party members. So if you're in a group of like 3 and you're doing a dungeon with a random, and you really don't like them, you can kick them. It's nice. So I think that would help keep like trolls and stuff away, whatever, you know. It should be helpful. And yeah, so apparently the leader can no longer disband or remove other group members. Maybe your leader went AFK and you couldn't get rid of him and find a new person. Now you can do that by voting them off. It requires a majority vote. And other than that, that's pretty much what the grouping tool is doing. And then the item trait improvements, actually, yeah, this is pretty good too, because as you can see on this list, Divine's is not on there. Shocker. It's not changed at all, but others are changed to try to make them more viable, because really Divines and maybe Infused were only viable enchants besides Nern Crux. It was dumb. So yeah, charged increases your chance to apply status effects. Defending increases your physical and spell resistance by flat values instead of percentages. Infused reduces your weapon enchantment in addition to increasing its damage, so it's no longer doing that on powered, which is good. Having them separate was pretty dumb. Intricate will also increase the amount of refined materials you get. Nerd Hone increases the damage of the weapon. Powered, this trait increases healing done, so I think that would be maybe a good one for healers to take now. There's a stone for increasing healing done. I don't know. That, and also like any self-sustainable build that you have, like power could be a trait. Sharpen increases physical and spell penetration by flat values instead of percentages. Training gives you bonus on all kills instead of just the weapon skill line. And weighted is no longer being called weighted, it's decisive, and this trait grants you additional ultimate whenever you generate ultimate normally. So yeah, make it more viable. Exploration, thank goodness they're getting rid of this absolutely useless trait and renaming it to prosperous. So now you get more gold from monster kills. How much more gold? I don't know. Hopefully it'll be a decent amount so you can actually be tempted to use this. I don't know. Impenetrable, the trait reduces durability of damage taken as well as reducing damage taken from critical hits. That's not a huge update. It's whatever. And then intricate, once again, same as the weapon. Nern honed, physical resistance, spell resistant or increased by fat value. Sturdy, this trait now reduces the cost of block. Training, same as the weapons, and well fitted is now gonna reduce the cost of roll dodge as well. That's helpful. I don't know. It probably won't be used that much. They changed the improved the serial vendors. You should buy some set items from them. It's that big of a deal. They updated the Sanctum of Phidia trial. It features a normal version. I think that's cool. Incorporating more normal versions of trials to get everybody in on them, kind of get used to them before they actually get serious about trials and trying to hit the leaderboards with them. So yeah, I like that. And then craft bags. A lot of people are excited about craft bags. I think is their attempt to grab more subscribers. Basically, it's just going to give you bags that put all of your crafting supplies in them, so they don't take any space up in your inventory. Which means I would have like 4 items in my inventory, except for a lot of people like crafting like random armor and stuff in it. So yeah, it won't be available to anybody besides the subscribers. Whatever, it's okay. I'll get over it. And then you have item locking. This is helpful. I have been victim of getting a researched item in the mail and then accidentally deconstructing it. So yeah, you can lock your items now to where you cannot deconstruct them or sell them or send them in the mail on accident or anything. You can save them for later. Make sure you don't do stupid stuff. And then possibly the most fun change is the appearance changes. You can now have hats. Like it says here, no explanation needed. Hats. But then there's personalities like the assassin one. I don't know if they're going to come up with more than just the assassin one, but it should be interesting to see where they go with that. You can apply multiple costumes and stuff at the same time. So I'm predicting there's going to be a lot of skeletons and... Well, actually, it says polymorphs override all the appearance change options. So maybe not. But yeah, basically you can have a hat, costume, skin, personality all apply at the same time. So you can have some fun with it. There's going to be some crazy looking people running around now, I think. Maybe. We'll see. I think that's a fun little change. Pointless, but fun. There's a new dye. We'll have to see if that's worth it. If it actually looks good, it's probably, I'm guessing it's going to be a green color for poison. We'll see. You can also now purchase additional character slots. If you need more than 8, I don't know what you're doing anyway. I mean, I can't think of more than 8 ways to play a person. Maybe I need to get more creative, but yeah, you can get up to 12 now. Congratulations, you're spending money on more character slots. Nameplates. I mean, this just gives you some nameplates to put up group members or whatever. It doesn't make much of a difference. I'm not gonna read through that. It seems kind of stupid. And there's character and user ID display. Some stuff for gamepads. I'm PC, so I don't really care. Sorry for console people out there. Anyway, enchanting improvements. Apparently, you can now apply any enchantment to any level. You can apply lower level ones to higher level stuff. I don't know why you would want to do that, but you can. Like, if you don't want to spend the money on having somebody make your runes, or you don't want to find the runes and make it yourself, and you happen to have a bunch of level ones, put on your armor, cool, whatever. You can also harvest 2 rune stones per every node now, which is nice. You can buy potency runes at any vendor, so even with alliance points, that's kind of cool. Harvesting runes is just it's annoying. The harvest nodes, if you're in places like Orsinium, the Gold Coast, where it's scaled, it'll scale to either your actual crafting level or your normal level. So it says here that if you're level 3, you have metalworking up to 5, half the core nodes will be iron, the other half will be ebony, so it kind of like splits them. So for me, I would probably find rubedite and I can't think of the name of it right now. The one was Vet 4 through 6, not calcinium. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's what I'd be finding. And then armor improvements are just kind of trying to improve clipping and floating issues. It's cool. They're doing it for just a few sets right now. Hopefully it'll be better in the future and make things look crisper. Once again, combat animation prioritization. They did that last time. Like, it should be fine. It should be good to have that. And the pickpocketing improvements. They will actually display their profession on the people you're trying to pickpocket from now on, so you'll know like exactly what kind of items you'll be getting. It's kind of helpful. But anyway, that does conclude everything for the patch notes. If that took too long, I'm sorry. Suck it up. You can just listen to me and not read this yourself. It's boring reading all this, so you're welcome. And if you like this video, hit the like button. Leave me any comments or any questions you might have. I'll try to answer them best I can. Of course, I'm not a ZOS person. So I mean, any questions you have can be found within the patch notes. And don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, and have a great day.